Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. I pray that all is well and you all are in the best of health and spirits. It is your sister, Denise Renee Muhammad, along with my brother Sean Ali. And we are coming on today for another episode of our Health and Wellness Power Hour. The Health and Wellness Power Hour. So as you come in, just go ahead and start sharing the video because sharing is caring. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Sean. How are you?
Well, alaikum assalam. All is well. How about yourself?
All is well. All is well. I just need to have a woosah moment.
Come on, man.
Decompress. Ooh, it's been a busy day. But
Mm.
nevertheless, all is well. And I'm in great spirits. Our topic today is psychosomatic. Are you sick or stressed out? Are
Mm.
you
Mm.
sick or stressed?
Mm.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
How do you know? Wow.
Everything starts mentally.
Well, I mean, you can answer that question by if they have an answer for you or not. If they tell you they don't know what's
Yeah.
wrong with you, yeah, then nine times out of ten, more than likely, you're stressed out. It's that you got psychosomatic disorder. You are a hypochondriac. You're making yourself sick, right? That's when, yeah, because you got to go from specialist to this, and they trying to figure out what's going.
Can you hear
All
me,
your
Brother
tests, your
Sean?
blood. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? You can't hear me? I
Yes.
can hear
Okay.
you. Oh, yeah. So it's
Yes,
like
sir.
that's where from, and that's from pimples. You go to the dermatologist, and your treatment after treatment after treatment, herpes from any diagnosed to almost undiagnosed. It's like, okay, bam, when they can't find a solution for you, because we know that the body is designed to heal itself.
In itself. Right.
Because now we go into, okay, it's the why you are experiencing what you are experiencing, right? So they do blood tests, they do these EKGs, EC, depending on what you're saying, area of your body needs to be tested, determined the right for. So when these things come back, even if they come back known and you are suffering from it, you're not sick. You are stressing your body out and it's stopping it. It's stopping it from completing that process. It's stopping it from holding that thing in check. It's stopping it from being healthy and strong. Right. So
Right.
because we have the science of psychosomatic, and that's looking at the mind body connection. Psych means mind, soma means body. So psychosomatic.
Somatic.
And right.
Right.
And it's not just the mind body connection, but it's the mind's power over the body, right?
Mm.
So we look at this is governed by our thoughts.
Right.
You have a thought of happiness, your body is you moving, you jumping, you bouncy. You like, right? You feel
Right.
sad, depressed, you can barely pick your feet up, pick your head up, right? So, and this is just the mind's effect on the body. And anybody that's ever suffered depression or anxiety, you almost feel like you lose control of your body.
Yes.
Either it's moving in a way you don't want it to move, or you can't move it, right? So you can get, and I've experienced both of those. You know what I mean? So, but it's from here because the body is just a vehicle waiting for you and I to move it.
To move
The
it.
only thing it does on its own is be healed, healthy, and strong.
Mm,
It's waiting on you to move it. That's
that's
it.
what we need.
You come out of the womb, or we're supposed to come out of the womb, healed, healthy, and strong, right? Ready to conquer the world, right? So this is
Yes.
how we enter the world. It's our lifestyle that causes us to lose in those three categories. Healed, we no longer healed, healthy, or strong.
Right.
So
Wow.
they have it, it's something called perceived stress. Look at ah,
Perceive. Your
perceived
perception is your reality.
perceived. So you got perceived danger, right? Which triggers
Mhm.
perceived stress. You have perceived the so, and this is something that is only happening in your
Right.
head. How many
In
times
your
have
head.
you walked into a situation and it wasn't as bad as you imagined? And you had to admit to yourself, man, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Right?
Right.
So
That's
we,
why it says in Dianetics, they talk about coming to present time, like being present in the moment,
I mean, I
because the
like what
present.
Don Elijah Muhammad say was selling on the best part because sometimes, it's like, hey, it's easier for me to figure it out by settling on the best part. Because no matter what, there's always a best part. You know what I mean? So that's how I train my
Mhm.
brain to deal with those situations because it's always going to be a best part. Whether
Right.
this situation is going to end one day. You know what I mean? Like you could be sitting in jail cell with a release date. That's your best part. You know what I mean? So it doesn't, like you're in a hospital, you waiting on that's your, you know what I mean? So the best part is always, it's always present, and it's always
Right.
something that we can attach ourselves to rescue ourselves because you automatically feel better once you could be you could be when you're not selling on the best part and we are making because the it starts here, but this is our endocrine system, right? So
Right.
the when we have a thought, the pathway is when we have a thought, we have that hypothalamus, right? And look, hypo means below. So there's a thalamus, part of the brain.
Right.
And right below the thalamus, hypothalamus. So that's all hypothalamus means. It's right below the thalamus. And if we look here, what they call when you look at when a lot of depictions call this an eye, right? But it's not. That's not a. That's not how it really looks. This is a ventricle. So that area where this is the thalamus, the dot, which would when they say that that's when they, but this is the ventricle right here. So it's just an empty cavity filled with cerebral spinal fluid. The hypothalamus is that dot right there. So it's below the thalamus. That's the pituitary glands. Those are the master glands. It's not just the pituitary glands because the hypothalamus activates the pituitary gland. So
Okay.
that would be that would be the connection. So when you look at stress, it's the HPA axis, right? So it starts with this,
Mhm.
right? You feel what I'm saying? So we know that stress is
Yeah.
the HP because it's the hypothalamus, but adrenal glands. Then you got the thyroid, the thymus, and all the other organs of the endocrine system. But that's how they are. That's how it's controlled. This is the control. So when we have a thought, right? When we have a thought, that thought from the frontal lobe, right? It goes to the hypothalamus. If it's a say love, right?
Right.
Love goes to the hypothalamus. Oxytocin comes from the pituitary gland. It's not a body gland. If it's anger, sadness, depression, it's the
Mm-hmm.
HP A axis. But
AX.
that's the thought is coming from here to here. And then from the hypothalamus, it's going to tell the pituitary gland what to tell the body to do.
Okay.
Right. So where we're looking at that psychosomatic, this is pretty much going into really how it works. But if we control our thoughts, we control our body, we control actually what we are,
Right, right. And
you
brother
know,
Kenny asks, how do you activate the inner urgent care center?
there's no such thing.
The
Is
inner
I have
urgent.
never heard of that, brother.
And he says, how
No,
does the oxytocin go to the hypothalamus?
it doesn't. The oxytocin is a hormone that is released from one of
Release.
the endocrine glands. Oxytocin, the gland that releases oxytocin is the pituitary gland. So it
Got it.
nothing comes to it. It's this is the master gland in connection the master glands. But everything comes. They're only waiting for you to produce a thought. So the body is an inanimate object. It's only animated when we make it do something. But
Right,
if you don't make it to do nothing, it's an inanimate object. The heart beats, the blood is pumping, but it's sitting there waiting, right? So this is no different. This is how we take control of the body. Like they say in the Nation of Islam, take charge of my post. So
take
your
charge.
post would be your frontal lobe because that's how you could the motor movement comes from here. That's motor movement comes from the frontal lobe. The thought comes from here. So thought motor movement initiates from the frontal lobe. So wherever you're going to go, be whatever you've done, whatever you was, it's here. It initiated from here. If you didn't, the more we know, the more we are able to do and be. Because now
Right,
I'm not looking for external stimulation. I'm able to control internal stimuli because I know
mm,
that this is the control center. Because, okay, in a chaotic moment, if I stop moving on purpose, if I just say,
right,
okay, bam, I stop moving, bam, the nervous system isn't firing, the endocrine system isn't firing, you know what I mean? The wild thoughts isn't firing. I have a,
right.
I'm able to control. I
That's a
can init-
meditative state.
right. I can innervate my vagus nerve, which will allow me to control my body. So I'm taking and the vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve. So not only everything that will allow us to be healed, healthy, and strong is initiated from the brain.
Right. And Brother Kenny asks, so to understand all of this, we have to go into the mind of the self created Allah, who created his brains in triple darkness.
I mean, or you can read my book, The God Factory, Neuroscience for the Mind of God in You. It's right here. The God Factory. See, look, hold on. Let me show you. This is it's not it's more of a picture book, right? Going into your brain so you can understand your brain, the brain that God created, right? The mind of God in you. So you can learn how to use your brain to control your body. And once you're able to control your body, you can practice controlling the outside. So this is right here. This is your answer, bro. I already had to study, and I said, you know what? Let me put my studies, not my theories. It's me showing you the anatomy, neuroscience. That's in the title. It's just not. It's, so you can know your brain, because once I knew it, you become unstoppable.
Mm.
You become unstoppable, right?
He says
So
send the
that's,
link.
oh
It's
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Amazon, but
yeah.
he'll post it
Now,
in
once you get that, then you get
the
you. But see, we can't. And this is where the honorable. I mean, it's and for a lot of black people, we've heard the phrases, but we never really um and not we just didn't. I don't know if we understood it or not. I'm gonna say it like that because knowledge
what's that?
itself
Knowledge of
is in all of the phrase. You know, we I don't know what we think that means, but you know, if you don't know the body you're in, that's nobody's fault but you're us, you the individual. Because nobody put me, I wanted, no, nobody told me to study science and health and wellness. I did that because I wanted to heal myself and be healthy. In the course of me doing that for myself, and I see that it worked, I said, let me turn this into a business so I can help other people. But I was on the journey to heal because it's self savior. You gotta heal you know. So it's what we're doing that's getting us either stuck or you know what I mean. So,
right.
but if I don't know me, not where I'm from, but me, what I'm made out of. We get like sea moss. We get tricked to see say, you know, when they say it's made got everything we got in it and all this bull crap. I mean, we get tricked with that because we think we need to eat something that got everything that we don't need everything. A lot of what we're made out of is trace minerals. We're not meant to replenish them because we don't lose them. The most
Right.
abundant element we're made out of is oxygen. And then after that, water. We're 70% physical water. Atomically, we're 65% oxygen. So when we're looking at, okay, what should I eat, do, and all of this, it should be based around those two elements because that's what I'm made out of
Right.
in an abundance. Everything else is the carbon is just a big atom compared to hydrogen and oxygen. Carbon is a real big atom. We don't, so we're not that many carbon atoms, but they're so big, it looks like we're made of that, if that makes sense.
Right. Right.
But you can't
Good
see
question.
oxygen. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yep. Just breathe.
Yeah, but I mean, that's where we can, the devil trick, like he made an interpretation to get us here over jobs. To keep us here is not over jobs. It's different. It's health, it's wellness, it's money, it's science, it's food. So they're tricking us with with all of these different interpretations to keep us here, to keep us weak, to keep us being able to be used, to keep us dependent upon them. We won't leave if I think I need their hospital. Why would I go over there where their hospital isn't? Over there, you might just got how to eat to live because the messenger said in the hereafter, you want the only doctors will be for bumps and bruises and cuts, right? So
Right.
who would want to rush that in if I need the doctors right now? You feel what I'm saying? So that's the conundrum that a lot of us live in because we're not just dependent upon the money and the this, we're dependent upon their medical system, their food system. We already identified as being ours, our food supply. That's the grocery store is a business. It's not your food supply. They have
Right.
contracts with different companies to bring their product in and they sell it for a profit. That's not your food supply. We need this. That's where we get tricked at because that's the knowledge of self. So we take ourselves out of a cycle of life, of health, of wellness, and then it's like Humpty Dumpty. Once we fall and break ourselves, there's nobody to fix us. We go to our, a lot of us will either we witness people go to their deathbed, the doctors just playing on them, right? Or
Right.
we on that path. Look at dialysis. What the like? Look at their procedures, man. So we got choices. I can exercise, get sunlight, get rest, right?
Mhm.
Get grounding, get all of the things, the free
Right.
thing. You free.
Get
Grow
some
my own. If I
aromatherapy.
get some aromatherapy, if I gotta eat, let me grow something,
Right.
right? So, and my body will respond. I control my thoughts. Man,
The simple things.
hey, listen, if you stop moving right now, Brother Kenny, if you're still on, look, this is the exercise. We're going to stop moving for 10 seconds, right? And then we're going to take notice. Take notice of what is moving on your body in those 10 seconds and take notice of what is not moving on your body for those 10 seconds. So if y'all ready, family, let's go. Now, with that exercise, that's a psychosomatic exercise. If you stop moving, the only things that moved on your body was the things to keep you alive.
Right. Your
Everything
heart.
else, right? Everything else is waiting on an instruction. Woo! Good or bad, indifferent. It doesn't care. It will. How many of us have done some bad stuff and our body just did it? Right? So
Right.
it's waiting
It
for
was an
you. If you
intention.
right, it's just waiting. But
Brother, Kenny says so. We are the unseen force and power that regulates all physical matter.
okay, this is the unseen system. This is the seen system. So this is unseen. This is you can see this. This is your indic. You can see this part. You can't see a thought, but you can see a
Right.
hormone. Okay, you can't. You can't see a thought, but you can see a hormone, and hormones come from the thoughts. So when you
Mm.
produce that thought that's coming from here, it's going here. See, it's going here. So if you control this, you'll be able to control this because this only follows this.
Right.
I got y'all. I got us. Hey, I got us, man. Listen to
Right.
me. I
Goes
got
back to the
us.
mind, where it all starts.
Look,
And
this
to
a
help
pretty
with
much
that,
this pretty
to
much a
help.
picture book too.
So,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
what
sis.
is
Go ahead.
that,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
brother? Which book is
No,
that?
no. Go ahead. I want you to finish that. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was saying, and to help with your mental is that aromatherapy, essential oils. It helps with the
Mm,
clarity. Lemon
hmm
essential oil helps to give you clarity. Rosemary helps to clear that brain fog so you can think. And
hmm
they've been doing research on rosemary. I shared it on Facebook not too long ago that how it helps to uh, improve your memory
Mm,
by
I saw you share.
75%.
What was that?
It's,
Lavender
yeah.
or
No,
rosemary?
rosemary.
Yeah,
Rosemary.
yeah. I knew it was one of them too. I was like, I just couldn't remember. Yeah, rosemary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so don't
yeah.
sleep on these essential oils. It's more than just a smell good or whatnot.
Mm,
It has they have powerful properties and constituents from nature that Allah God created for us to help
hmm
bring balance and healing to your mind, body, and spirit.
Mm-hmm. 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 No, and that's if you see this, then listen, see, that's what I'm saying. Once we know a knowledge of self, we won't get tricked. So if this is my control center, I don't have to go through here to get to here. That's crazy. Now, listen, if I got a problem with my thoughts, I don't have to go through my digestive system to get to here to control it. See, that's where the things like the aromatherapy, sight therapy, sound therapy, you got
Right.
those three major, even touch, but touch is borderline.
Touch.
But
Hmm.
because the same touch ain't the same, you know what I mean? People who went through trauma, so touch can be iffy. Because I don't like to be touched. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Not by, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, but the sight, the sound, and the aroma therapy, right? But
Yes.
more than,
Music, color, and medicine, like Mother
but when
Tanetta
we
said.
look at those, sight and sound aren't easily accessible because usually you're dealing with a sight or a sound that's aggravating, right? It's usually the sight and sound that's causing the issue. You feel what I'm saying? So versus me being able to look at something that will rest my nerves or hear something that it's easy, those aren't easily accessible. You know what I mean? In a situation. For me, right. You feel me? So when we look at aroma, tell them about it, sis. Go ahead. Break it down. How,
Yeah.
tell them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let them know.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the quickest. I don't know anything that works faster than the essential oils when it comes to helping bring that balance and immediately relaxing
Mm,
your nervous system, relieving that stress,
come on.
clearing that mind,
Come
soothing
on.
that mind is nothing
Come
works
on.
faster than the aromatherapy when 22 seconds goes to that
How fast it
limbic
work?
center of your brain, the seat of our emotions. Just by
How fast it work?
two and two, 22 seconds. Take,
You,
take the top
you
off,
trying to take control of this shit here. I'm serious.
22
Go
seconds.
ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm just trying to point it out to her while you talking. Like we remember
No,
what we talking about. I'm
yeah,
controlling my thought and the endocrine system that the hormones are
yes,
produced from them thoughts. So when you looking at thyroid issues, are you sick or stressed out? I know you got thyroid. I know they done examined your thyroid and told you, but do you know how your thyroid is controlled? Your hypothalamus sends a signal to your pituitary gland that sends a signal to your thyroid. It's the HPT
right,
axis. So if you're having thyroid issues, guess what? Okay, hold on. So look, your thyroid, right? So it's a hormone. The hypothalamus sends a hormone here. That sends a hormone here. The only thing that interferes with this process is the HPA axis, the stress axis. So if you're under stress, the body responds by creating, it sends the hormone here, that sends the hormone here, that sends the hormone here. And it's producing adrenaline and cortisol. You're shut, everything is shut down. The rest of the endocrine system, from the reproductive organs, the testes, and the ovaries of the woman, look at breast cancer and look at ovarian issues or the reproductive issues that women are suffering from, the cyst and all that stuff. This
right.
is, see, when we are under, are you sick
Fibroid.
or stressed out? Are you sick or are you stressed out? Because this is the chemical response to stress. It ain't no magic pill. It ain't no. Listen, sis, tell them what this. Come on, back. I'm sorry. That's what I want next. Come on, back in,
Yes,
sis. I'm
and
sorry.
eucalyptus is a great stress reliever.
Mm,
It helps to lower, as soon as you inhale it, it helps to lower your cortisol levels. So
mm,
that's a great one for stress relief immediately. Immediately.
immediately, immediately.
Yes.
That's what. That's
Brother.
how we. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis.
No, I was reading the comments. Brother Kenny says, I'm a hypothala Muslim. And
Yeah, yeah, right. But that's the. But listen, look, but look how they be tricking us. Because this world would tell you that the pituitary gland, and a lot of us have ran with that, that the master gland of the body is the pituitary gland. But when you actually do your endocrinology 101, we ain't even got to go into, you get the introduction because you learn the body parts, right, of the endocrine system. It'll
right,
tell you that the hypothalamus is first, that because the like the HPA axis. When you have a thought of anger, madness, stress, depression, all of those things that can trigger stress, right? The hormone, it sends the I forget the name of it, the hormone, but it sends that hormone to the pituitary gland. That hormone is the ACH, right? The ACH. And it goes here and it tells the adrenal glands to produce cortisol and adrenaline to get you through that perceived anger, danger, stress, whatever is
right,
going on. It's called
right,
fight or flight. So look at what you're under. Your body is now, you may have been going through it so much that you're used to it that you probably can't even notice it right now because you've been doing it for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, right? So, but this is what happens. This is the this it, we don't it's made like this so when there's danger, stress, your body can fight it or fight
fight
or
it.
flight. You right, you get that burst of energy to fight
Right.
something or you can run. Right? But when it's perceived, when it's coming from here, see, it's not something giving it to you. You're giving it to yourself.
Right.
Psychosomatic disorder. The H. This is look. It's sis. The,
Yes, sir. Free your mind with some
and
aromatherapy.
that's what I'm. That's. It's not just the quickest. We're looking at safety.
Yes.
Don't forget that part, sis.
Safe.
Don't short them on that part now. Come on now.
Exactly.
Cause
Exactly.
you thinking you smudging some sage. Okay, okay, cause you think I'm gonna smudge the sage to break that cycle. Okay, come on, sis. Come on, sis.
Right.
Hit
So
them with this.
you can do the sage, but diffuse it in a diffuser instead of lighting it up with that smoke, and then
Mm.
you know it's
You
safer.
walking around the house with your smoke,
Right.
and Smokey the Bear told you where there's smoke, there's fire, and to stop, drop, and roll. When you see
Road.
smoke, you spreading it around your house. I just like it.
Yes. Get the
Ooh.
pure essential oils diffused.
Yes. And if you
Yes.
didn't grow the sage, listen now, in the United States, there's whether it's highly regulated or not, you can't, it's hard to put a product on in its most natural form because they want you to, especially foreign objects, because of bugs and stuff like that. They almost have to be treated, whether it's with radiation or some type of chemical, but to eradicate the bugs and other things. But so if you didn't grow that sage, man, you might not know what you're burning. Yeah, it's sage, but what is on it, you feel what I'm saying? Like
Right.
how they grew it. So
Exactly.
then we're not supposed to inhale smoke. We're not supposed to inhale.
Brother Kenny. He says God is control. It's the control factor.
That. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, "You are God." Ha! He said that Master Father Muhammad came to make us gods. Wow.
That's right.
He said, "Yeah, you might say that. Nah, I ain't gonna be it, but you already." He said, "You already are
You
one.
already
You
are.
already ah, yes,
He said,
yes.
is marijuana made into an essential oil? Uh,
Probably, probably. They might have.
somebody might have. I don't
It
know.
depends on what state you're in, whether it could be advertised or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because some states they don't just like they. I don't know how they can control certain channels or whatever, but some areas you can't. It's certain things are prohibited, and
Right.
they don't even let it be broadcasted.
True.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, you got the Rick Simpson or yeah, hell yeah, they got they got the machines, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. On my path to my healing, I was stuck with pain. And depending on, treatment comes in state, not all treatment is the same. So some things are very invasive and certain like that. So edibles, the Rick Simpson oil, I mean those the rubs, the body rub, I mean they got so many things other than smoking it
Right.
to where you're getting that psychoactive combustible and all that. Like I mean, it's different. And I mean, I did smoke it, but smoking is how you kill yourself, you know.
Yes,
But as
sir.
far as me dealing with my pain, then I late in my treatment with that, I discovered CBD, no psychoactivities. So I'm
Right.
like, oh, yeah, exactly. So yeah, so yes.
Yeah, I
Because
have
I didn't need the THC, right? I needed what they call the terpenes. That's
the
where you get
benefit.
the right.
Hmm.
That's the but those terpenes are in all plants. They're not just in cannabis.
And some
But hemp,
essential oils, the terpene constituent.
that's yeah, exactly. But the hemp you get is it's non psychoactive. It's made with the terpene profile for the treatment. You just so we look at when we're looking at that as far as medicinal, non medicinal, THC is medicinal to a point, but it's I mean, if that's your issue. But
Right.
as far as like I say, the body effects, that's the terpenes. That's where it was like when I discovered that, my treatment, oh bro. Because CBD takes your pain away. Let me tell you.
You say, "Oh, so you a CBD Muslim?"
No, I was. Because once the treatment, and this is where I think people struggle with. Because for whatever various reasons that they go for any medicinal treatment, whether it's a pill,
Hmm.
alcohol, or whatever, right? Once
Right.
they get stuck with it because you can grow into that. And now, like the messenger says, 21 days, something becomes a habit, right? So
Right.
now you're dealing with muscle memory, learned behavior. That's more of the addictive part than necessarily the because your body is used to doing you trained your body to do something. And if we don't untrain the body, we never get in charge of the addiction because at a certain time I was used to doing this. So if I don't change that routine, every time that time comes up, my muscle memory is going to kick in. I could
Right.
find myself in the act of it, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? How many times have you? I've driven, got into my thoughts, and came back and like, what the? And my muscle memory, I'm driving. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so that's where it's like, okay, but when we know this, now it makes the future experiences controllable. It makes life more fun and easy now because no matter what comes at me, I know how to control me. You feel like this?
Good, good. Teach. Teach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because struggle
Yeah.
is ordained, right? So if we get that concept at us and we're taught that, right? Whether we believe it or not, that's a taught. That's a lesson. So if that's ordained, I can't change that part. The only part that I could ever change is me. So how do I control the hormone system in my body? With my thoughts. How do I control my thoughts?
Right.
Mm. See, you
Yes.
got aromatherapy.
Therapy. Control those thoughts. Help you to focus.
Hey, uh-oh. Hey, brother Kenny. I mean, just like when, and only because we're on that subject. Just like if a person non-smoker or smoker, you can smell marijuana, and if you're a smoker, you are attracted. If you're a non-smoker, it stinks, right? So but it will trigger responses. It might not make you smoke, but it could trigger a memory on when you did, good times.
Hmm.
You if you're non if you're unattracted, it'll trigger. Ah, I hate that. Why they always you know? And I'm just saying that's. But aromatherapy has no side effects.
Exactly. None.
Yo, you
And it,
have you. Go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry. Go ahead.
and it
Go ahead.
treats the whole, your whole being all at once. That's what I love about it. The mind, the body, and the spirit all
Yep.
at once. Sit yourself in heaven at once.
Mm.
Pop the top off this. Pop the top off of one of these bottles.
Woo! Woo! The
Just
bottle of
take your
heaven in the
mind. It'll
bottle.
completely take your mind off of whatever you were
Uh,
stressing over, anxiety over.
mm,
Take the top off
mm,
and inhale. You don't even have to, put any drops in your hand. It's just that simple.
mm.
Brother Kunny asks, what is your definition of change?
Of change? I don't
Mm,
have a definition. I mean,
among-
everything changes. I know to resist change is crazy because we get older, we get this, we get that, everything. But for me not to change on purpose, that's crazy to me.
yeah.
So that because then I'm not in charge. So if I know scientifically everything changes, even me, whether I admit it or not, for me not to take charge of that change. Okay, I'm
Mhm.
not going to grow old. I'm going to do all of the healthy stuff and grow young because I'm going to grow. But they taught us that as you increase in age, you're growing old. No, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. I know I have to change with the age, but I'm going to grow young. I see I can control the change. I know whatever it is that I'm involved. That's how we do it because
Mhm.
my body. If I stop moving, my body isn't moving. It's
Right.
waiting
And
on
it's
me.
going to change into something else that you don't want.
Hey, that part. Hey, sis, hold on. Hold. Hey, say that one more. Say, because, hey, that's the most important part right there. Say it again, please, sis.
It's going to change into something that you don't want.
Yep. And I've suffered that.
Right.
I've hey, I at 52, I'm never no. I don't have to experience certain things again to know that okay, that you know what I mean. So that's why I say I'm going to take charge of my change.
Right. So he asks, what is the scientific process of change, or what is the mental mechanism of change? How do you get to the
Good
point
question.
where you're always controlling change and change is not controlling you?
Great question. Let's do that. Let's do that quiz again. We did not too long. That 10-second quiz. All right. We're
Mhm.
going to stop moving for 10 seconds. We're going to take notice of what's moving and what's not moving. And at the end of the 10 seconds, we're going to have a pop quiz. Okay? Y'all ready? Let's go.
Maybe.
Brothers and sisters, the only
Yes.
thing that moves on our bodies is our heart, right? And if you ate something, your digestive system, right?
That
So
means
now,
have what in it.
now, here's the okay, now,
Right.
wherever you're at, if you're in a safe position, tell your right arm to go up. See? And it did, right? Now tell it come back down. Now, normally, if you want to move your arm, you don't tell it what to do, right? It just moves. That's how you take charge of change. You start telling things, you say be and it becomes.
Mm.
See, I didn't have to tell my arm to move. It moves, but if I start telling it what to do, now I'm teaching myself how to say kun fire kun. See, now I practice small. And I control my fingers, then I control my arms, then I control. Now, once I got a master of me, I self Lord and master. I can take it externally. What makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes? We know the scientific lesson, but the last sentence says, and all of the above is caused by the Son of Man.
Oh man.
Hey! The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan taught us that the only difference between us and the Supreme Being is a course of study. And
Mm.
coinciding with what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches in Message to the Black Man, that when you say the name Allah, you're talking about every black man, woman, and child.
Mm.
We make a difference between the Supreme, the wisest one in our midst. We reserve the title of the Supreme Being for. But this Supreme Being, he came and gave us the same course of study. Listen, he gave us his course of study because he desired to raise a nation of gods. So all God has to do is say, be, go. All
Right.
God has to do is say, be, and it becomes.
Maybe.
Practice. We don't practice that. We don't practice saying be. Start with yourself. Tell your arm to raise. Be amazed. Watch it respond. Get used to seeing things do what you say. Build your confidence up. Boost up your metabolism of God power. Start
Mm.
practicing on your voice. Because if it didn't do it the first time, don't think you don't have the power. Change your voice, especially those of us that have children. We might have to say the same thing a different way to get them to respond.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So just like if somebody walked in the room, salam alaikum, you gonna greet them back. Wait, alaikum assalam. Right? If they come in the room, assalamu alaikum. How you gonna greet them? Well, alaikum, you gonna give them in return. Right? Practice with yourself. That's what I do. Man, shoot. I be in the
It's
park. People look at me, think I'm crazy because I'm talking. Nah, I'm practicing my godhood. I'm sorry, what you ready to say, sis?
Brother Kenny asks, what is the B we should really, wait a minute, what is the B we should really clear the word? Be there a plethora of definitions?
I mean, see,
Clear the
I
word
make
means
it.
there are a plethora of
I
definitions.
I make it. I make it fun and easy. I'm not. I mean, I'm using the English language because this is what we're commonly using. But I can't wait for the day where we're not using the English language anymore because it doesn't unlock too much in us because it's a bastard language and some of these words, they got too many meanings. So you don't know what the word means, right? Whereas in Arabic, it's not that many words. Our original language. There's no capital letters in Arabic. So there's no big I's and little U's. Everything is the same, either capital or lowercase, right?
Right,
So when we looking at this language, I don't study it too much because I don't want to see, it's something called brain plasticity, right? Where when you put something in your brain, it's like a rubber band, it stretches it. But like a rubber band, the more you stretch it, it loses its elasticity, right? So when they study the brain, they, depending on how every time we study is like a workout, right? So depending on what we're doing, no. So I'm saying that to say I don't go too deep in the white man's world, bro. I mean, be whatever I want it to be is going with this here. It's the
hmm,
frontal lobe. I mean, like it depends on what you wanted to get out of bed is saying be and it is.
right.
If you stop move, that's why we did that. If you stop moving, nothing is moving. To move is being it is. The
Hmm.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the definition of God is a possessor of force and power. If I go like this, it requires force and power of moving through the atmosphere. We can't see the atmosphere, but it's filled. I'm going against gravity. We can't see gravity, but it's there. So it requires force and power for me to move my body. That's why the first two general orders are very important. Take charge of my post and all temple property in view, and to walk my post in a perfect manner. But if I don't know how to walk, if I don't know my stride, if I don't know how to put my heel on the ground and roll my foot, if I don't know how to move my hips, I might not be able to walk it in a perfect manner because I'm going to hurt myself.
Hmm.
That's physically. Mentally, if I don't study the right thing, I'm not going to walk. If I don't know how to walk physically, apparently I wasn't studying the right thing. Right? You feel? But this is how we ultimately gain control of our, which should be the objective. You know what I mean? Like that's my objective is to be able to gain control of myself because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it takes 75 years to learn how to live. So I'm only 52. I don't have it figured out. I don't act like I got it figured out. I'm waiting on these next 23 years and what they're going to bring to me. I'm excited because I got 23 years more of study
Living.
about me. About me though. About me though.
Yeah. In one
About
of the
me.
definitions of be, it says
Mm,
means to exist, to
mm.
live, to occur, or to take place. So living is being.
I mean, yeah. And that's where some people don't, and that will be on what a person wants,
Right.
right? Because that's what's going to determine ultimately what you have in your life, right? Is what you want. You know what I mean? So my wants is to
Right.
be alive for the next 500 years.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
says,
I,
what is the physical organ or mechanism in the brain that activates the B process?
There's no
Great.
such thing, beloved. All thoughts come from the brain. All frontal lobe. It's only five lobes. So you got, well, I ain't gonna say there's no such thing, but it's
Go.
only five lobes, right? So you have the frontal lobe, you have the parietal lobe, which is here, the occipital lobe. Then we have the insula, the fifth lobe, and you have the temporal lobe, right? And the position of them determines what they do. So if you look, the ear is right here. So the temporal lobe, when those auditory sounds come in, it's hitting those neurons right there. And it's just developed into the temporal lobe, right?
Hmm.
The frontal lobe is there. All sensations is in the parietal lobe. For some reason, the occipital back here is where the vision is at. I don't know how that worked out, but that's how. The insula is the fifth lobe, and that's the neurons that feed the limbic system that we hear Sister Denise talking about, and that right there. But that is it's those five lobes. So motor neurons. When we did that 10-second test,
Hmm.
all thoughts. It's not nothing else can produce thoughts but the frontal lobe. You have the reflexes that can come from the brainstem, but not on purpose movement, and all thoughts come from right here. That's where the motor neurons at.
Right.
So whenever, right. So like I said, that's the thought process and motor neurons to move and to think. You feel what I'm saying? So when we see that, when we hear these theories, like they say about when they talk about the where melatonin comes from, what they call the third eye, right? When we study the brain and you study these organs and you study these parts, you see what they do and what they can't do. It kind of removes some of that stuff to make believe, right? Because
Right.
like the messenger don't really teach a lot of that because it's none of that is really scientific, and it does not has nothing to do with these body parts. So when you look at these body parts and you look at the anatomy of them, you know what they can and can't do. You know what you can and can't do. But when you hear something that sounds good, you can know, hold up, how? You feel like because you can look at the body part, you can like how? That's not what that does.
Mm.
If that makes sense. You feel that? So then you got the aromatherapy. So you could be hearing that those people, and you can diffuse an essential oil that can help you to reset your thinking. See,
That's
so
right.
whenever you're in a situation, a good way. Listen, if you find yourself in a situation where it sounds too good to be true, and you really need to do some thinking on it, reset your brain with some aromatherapy. Clear it.
Talk.
You see what I'm saying? Like I'm telling, because now you'll be able to think because you won't have your emotions involved, right?
Right.
You won't. You see,
You'll be more relaxed in a state where you're not overreacting, acting out of emotions.
how long it takes this?
22 seconds.
Surely whatever is involved can wait 22 seconds. Surely whatever is involved can wait 22.
22.
Nothing can work. It's going to take you longer than that to find something good to look at, to find something good to hear. How many times you done turned the radio station looking for a song, right?
Yeah.
You got there before you done found the song.
That's right.
I don't know what
It's
I
going
want
to
to
take a
listen
while.
to. Right.
Those multivitamins to kick in, or that sea moss, or
Mm, mm,
for you to juice that juice.
mm, mm. Come on now. Hey, tell them, keep. Hey,
Consistent. Essential oils don't have to go through the digestive system. It goes straight to the point.
Straight to the
Straight-
point. Woo! Straight
Yes.
to the point. Yeah, yeah. You can't beat that. And that's where,
Can't-
because I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, sis.
No, I was saying you can't beat that.
Because it's, are you sick or stressed out? How do you know unless you can do the things that will help you break it? Because the stress response isn't created for you to feel it, because it's designed to be automatic. It's a part. This is when we put ourselves under the autonomic nervous system. So you're on autopilot, because if you, like, okay, if you're walking and you see a stick and oh, I thought that was a snake. Woo! See, your body is designed to get you out of danger, because the thought process takes too long. Is that a snake? Is it dangerous? And it'll bit you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh, what is that? Like we see white people do, playing with animals and stuff, and like, oh, it's so cute. Then the animals attack them, right? See, they not built like us. They not like us. We have that protective system, but how it works is it's autonomic. It's to get you away. You hear a shot. Oh, was that a gunshot? You done ran down the block, and you find out it was a car, but your body got you out of danger. Okay, now, if it's perceived danger, I hate my job, I hate my life, I hate my wife, my husband, my child, my this. Now, there is no end. So the body's in a state of running or fighting because there is no end, because it's here. So now you need something to break it. That's where the medicines and all the things on the list that we like to chase.
Run through.
Nothing works as quick as aromatherapy.
That's right. And it
I'm
takes you immediately out of that fight or flight into your parasympathetic
rest and
nervous system.
digest.
Rest and digest.
Hey,
Rest
look,
and digest.
I got to. I'm sorry, sir. I, I was in. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I was in
Uh
the
oh.
aromatherapy selling business, right? And see, I invested in some aromatherapy. I was going to sell, right?
Hmm.
I use them. This box was full, and it was another box, but I use it. Yeah, I use them. Look, I'm like, I can't. I use them, man. I use them. I'm telling you,
I'm
it's
my
no
own best
side.
customer.
It's no side effects. They cleaning, body, health, wellness, internal, external. Like, th- man, they don't fall short.
That's right.
I'm telling you, they're in every. I make body butter. They're in there. I wish I could show y'all. Like, I'm not gonna run around my house though. But everything that I got that I use, essential oils are a part of
Yes, absolutely. All
it. Yep.
right, family, we're going to wrap it up.
Yes, yes. It was a great
Thank
show,
you
y'all.
all.
We, and brother Kenny, we appreciate you. Come, hey, brother, hey, tune in. Join, man, catch us, bro. Keep shooting questions, joining us, man. We like, this is an open platform, and we really
Interact.
enjoy. Right.
Yes.
We here for y'all, man. So whatever you might want to know about, like I said, even if it's maybe off, we like to stick on topic, but your question comes when your question comes. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we don't, right. So hey, brother, we appreciate you, bro. shoot, you took us in a direction. I don't know where we would have. We, hey, brother,
Right.
I preach salam alaikum, bro.
All right. Well, alaikum salam. Thank you for tuning in, sisters, on doing my best over on you, watching us on YouTube.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for tuning
Everybody else too. I'm sorry. I just singled out Brother Kenny because he was just asking all those great questions.
in.
But
Right.
we appreciate everybody else as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Brother Kelvin was on earlier. Brother Bilal, Brother Kenny, thank you all for tuning in. And those of you that catch this on the replay, we appreciate you as well. Tune
Yes, we
in
do.
next week, inshallah. Same time, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, for another episode of the Health and Wellness Power Hour. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, Lagos, wow.